creamy buffalo chicken pasta. Let me show you how. All right, guys, let's make some buffalo chicken pasta because my daughter, my youngest daughter, is picky as shit and she won't eat the beef stew that I'm cooking in the slow cooker. So here we go. We're going to cut some chicken up. I like to use chicken tenders. They're just quick, easy. I just use my kitchen shears that are only used in the kitchen, by the way, to cut up some chicken. It's kind of bite-sized pieces. It doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to get the job done. I'm sure you guys don't want to sit here and watch me cut up chicken for the next 10 minutes, so I'll come back when I have it prepped. All right, so I prepped the chicken, cubed it up into bite-sized pieces. You do it however you're gonna eat it, but that's how my daughter will eat it. So you're going to preheat a medium skillet and you're going to put a little bit of oil on the bottom of it and you're going to put your chicken in and season it with whatever your heart desires. But I'm going to season mine with Kinder's all-purpose seasoning, but you can use whatever you want. Just gonna sprinkle it on there. It's a pretty good amount of seasoning. Make sure it's all coated, and then I'm just gonna mix it up. I'll probably add just a little bit more in there so the chicken is evenly coated. It's gonna look something like that. Okay, then you're going to put some oil in a skillet and you're going to cook the chicken until it's done with an internal temperature of at least 165. That usually means for me cooking small chunks like this for about 15 minutes. Let's make the sauce for the buffalo chicken pasta. So you're going to need 1 whole 8-ounce block of cream cheese, kind of softened, just at room temperature a little bit, to where it's a little bit easy to work with. And then you're gonna need a half a block, which I already put in my pan. So I'm gonna put everything in here. And while you're doing this, make sure that you have a pot with boiling some water to cook whatever kind of pasta you want to use in this dish. I personally like to use the mini Barilla, the mini pennies in the Barilla brand. My daughter likes these, so this is what I usually make with them. So you're going to get your 1.5 blocks of cream cheese in here. Then you're going to do, I use Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce. So you're going to, I use a 1/4 cup. Put that in there. Then I do about 1 cup of chicken broth. This is going to thin it out and make it like a sauce. Sometimes I have to add a little more chicken broth after the cream cheese melts down and it forms the sauce because you don't want it too thick, but I'm going to judge that once I get everything cooked in here. So then we're going to take some garlic powder. Some garlic powder in there. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So I'm going to say about 1/4 teaspoon of these. You don't want too much because you don't want it to be too salty and you don't want to add too much spice to the buffalo sauce. So I'm going to put this on the stove and cook it on about medium heat, and I'm going to use a whisk to whisk everything together, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so once your sauce cooks down and the cream cheese is all melted, it should look something like this. You're going to turn the heat down to low and just let it simmer while your noodles finish cooking, and then we are going to assemble everything once the noodles are done. Alright guys, so once your pasta is done, I drained it, put it back in my pan. You're going to take your cooked chicken and you're going to put it in there. And you're going to take your sauce. You're going to add that in there as well. And you're going to give it a good mix. This is going to be good. Then you're going to plate this up. And you're going to give it to your pickiest child in the world. And she's going to taste test it and see if it's any good. Here you go, pickiest child in the world. How is it?
Good.
Just good?
Great.
Great. All right, guys, follow for more cooking videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.